In my work as a government trainer, I teach federal employees how to get promoted. And I had the opportunity to teach classes at the Smithsonian last year for the Office of Facilities and Maintenance. And the special reason that I was there was to help the building service workers get promoted. Those are the janitors that take care of the displays and hallways and bathrooms at all the Smithsonians in Washington, D.C. One of my exercises in my classes is to ask everyone to write an accomplishment, something that they did that was really good in the last year. And after they write it down, they need to share it with one or two people. So they were starting to share in the back of the room, and I walked back there, and a young lady, her name was Stacy, was telling a story about how she was invited to be a speaker, and she was invited for Earth Day to teach about how the building service workers use different colors of mops and rags to clean various areas of the Smithsonian's. And so she taught a 45-minute class on how they use the red mops and the red rags to clean in the bathrooms, and they use the yellow rags and mops to clean the hallways, and they use the orange mops and rags to clean the displays, and all of the different kinds of cleaners that they use for the different sections. And I was amazed. I had no idea that people use different colors of mops and rags for cleaning facilities. And I was so impressed with her that she was selected to teach for Earth Day. And there were teachers and students and people there. And I said to the class who heard her speak her accomplishment, I said, that story is something to get her promoted. She was selected to be a speaker and to demonstrate knowledge of skills and materials and utilizing hazardous materials and keeping people safe at all of the Smithsonian's. And that was a really good story from a building service worker. I did hear later from my point of contact that she was promoted into a new position with her new resume and her ability to talk well about her job. And you know, her job can be very mundane. The people, the building service workers there, usually clean and maintain the exact same areas of the Smithsonian day in and day out. And she was able to pull apart and stand out with this speaking engagement for Earth Day. And it helped her to get a promotion. Eventually, she's going to earn 2 times the amount of money by the hour as when I walked in the door there. Another really fun contract that I had last year was for the U.S. Mint, and I was teaching coin manufacturers how to write their resumes, handle the interview, promote themselves, and be professional in their careers. And, you know, their jobs, again, also producing coins and stamping the coins is very mundane and very routine and structured. So, again, my job is to help them to think about the best that they have achieved there and problems they solve. And so my question to the group was, write down something that you did and let's talk about a problem that you solved with the equipment in your job. What happened and what did you do? So everybody was talking, and then a gentleman was speaking, and I heard him tell his story. He said, I came into work one day on the 3rd shift, so I came in at 11, and one of the really big presses, we were stamping quarters, stopped. Just completely stopped. And, you know, it's very, very unusual for these huge presses to stop. So I inspected everything, and I saw at the where they were dropping the coins as they were being stamped, there was a mass of coins underneath the equipment. I didn't know how big the mass was because there's a subfloor underneath all of this equipment. And so I began to investigate and move pieces and found it was a huge mass of coins that had been sitting there for a long, long time. And finally, on my shift at 11 p.m. last week, it stopped the presses. So what I did was I got my team together of 2 other people and me. We brought a crane over and we lifted the press up so that we could get this mass of coins out. We moved the press and then we lifted this block of coins onto the ground in the press room and put, you know, orange things around it. And it turned out to be around 500,000 coins. Evidently had been falling for years and years and years. And I was really proud that I was able to get it out from underneath the equipment, put the equipment back the way it belonged, and get it working again. And this was the largest backup of coins ever, and I have a picture of it. And this guy evidently is very good at solving problems with equipment. And I did hear that he did get a promotion also by being able to talk about something that he did that was tangible and demonstrated the excellent skills that he had. So that's why I'm asking you every day that you go home, think about something that you did that was really excellent. A problem, a project, saving money, discovered something, a new idea. You've got to write it down, because for you to promote yourself and believe in yourself and show how good you are at what you do, to get promoted, you've got to tell a story that shows by your past performance that you're as good as you can be and that you would be great on their team. It's all about you speaking, and yes, it is bragging, but if you don't do it, who's going to do it for you? It's up to you to do this. So you've got to remember these stories and write them down. One more that comes to mind that I like a lot. This guy worked in Chicago in a mortgage firm. No, it was a firm where they did collections on mortgages, mortgages. And he was applying for a job in Chicago, Department of Justice litigation. And he needed to prove that he was very good at casework and documentation and collecting information. And so this is his story. He said, I interviewed a man, a doctor, who foreclosed on his loan. He left the keys on the floor, and he walked out on a $450,000 mortgage. And he said he had to do it because when he first went to Chicago, he had a job, a really good job, working for a big fancy medical practice, making $500,000 a year. And his wife said he was gone too much and he had to get another job. So he got a job with another practice, making $175,000 a year, and he couldn't afford that house. So he walked away. And so my client, my researcher, was handling the case. And they were going to go to court and try to collect what they could, even though they wouldn't collect all their $450,000. They would have collect what they could. But before they went to the case and when it presented in the litigation, he went online just to check this guy out and put his name in there. And oh my gosh, he discovered that he got a new job. He's not working at the job making only $175,000 a year anymore. He's got another prestigious job at a research institute, private pay, that would pay more money like before. And when they went to court, they were successful in collecting the amount of dollars that they were able to collect because of the initiative of my researcher. This young man was hired by Department of Justice because of his stories. And he was told afterwards that his stories were what got him hired, and that they were talking about how good he was at his research and how much he liked his cases, and he went the extra mile to do the work to represent this mortgage company to collect the most dollars that they could. So it's the stories. It's what you can remember. It's what you can tell. And you can't go to the dinner table anymore and say every day is just alike. That's not going to help you get promoted or get a detail or keep you excited about what you do. It's all about you getting excited about what you did and knowing the difference that you make every day at work. So I charge that tomorrow and today, think about what you did that was great, write it down, and try to talk about it with somebody. Try to get excited about it and show your feelings. And I think that next time you go for a promotion, you're probably going to do a lot better and a lot faster and feel great about what you do and make more money. So just do it. Thank you.